Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone and welcome to another very exciting tutorial. We are proceeding with our project, and we are doing the pause menu. As you see, I have placed the pause button here, and once I click, the screen turns bright black and the two buttons slide in, and the pause also slides like 20 pixels. And this is actually all the pause menu, and I think it's a very cool one. And the animation you see is a very basic and easy one. So what we have to do is we will come to the object and we create an object and call it pause. Good. In the object pause, I'm gonna draw a text saying that we're pausing, basically. And we can actually, if I go to the retry menu, I can just steal this code from here and basically come and paste it here. And actually it should be white, so I need to switch this with this. So the black will be drawn first, then the white one, and the white one, the black one should be 2 pixels downward. This would be 1 and this would be 1. Now we can choose another font. It's okay actually. Probably I'm gonna do that. Let's go and create a font, and I'll just leave it as it is here, and maybe I'll just make this 14. Yes, and we'll say font 1. I think that's it. That's all what we need to do. Sorry. We need to have this in the middle of the room, so say 270 and 482, because we are pushing it 2 pixels, so it's 480 and 270. That's great. And this is all what the pause menu is doing actually. So okay. And then we are going to go to the object button, and we are doing basically everything is going to be. Now before that, let's create the object button inside the game. So we'll come here and I'll just copy this instance ball create, paste it, and change this to buttons. Okay. Now the Y position, I'm gonna choose 900. You know the height of the room is 960, and the height of the sprite of the pause menu is 60 pixels. So I'm gonna push it. I won't place it like, and actually the origin is centered, so it's actually a 30. So I will put somewhere like 910. Sorry. 910. I think this is a very good position. And actually, let me just assign this creation to a variable. So b equals instance create the object button, then b dot image index equals to I think it's 1, because we stated in the object buttons that 1 is the pause menu. So great. Now this is all what we need here. Okay. Now if we come to the object pause menu, and here in the pause event, I'll just go and do the pausing. So how to do the pausing? There is a very good method, and I'm going to use that actually, and it's deactivating the object surrounding. So I'll just go and do that. So say instance deactivate all. Now this code demands a not me argument, so I'll just say true, because I want to deactivate everything except the object pause, and this is basically what this true means. So if I want to deactivate everything, I'll just leave this as false, right here, false. But if I don't want to deactivate the object that is deactivating everything, I put here true argument. So that's this. Now after doing this, I want to create the two buttons, the two other buttons, and that's important to be after deactivating everything, because if I put that before that, they will be created then deactivated by this code. So I don't want that to happen. So after this, I'm going to first, I will just, if we paste this, it will be the object ball, but here we'll say Unpause. Okay, and let this be the same x and y. Okay, now we created the object pause, which is just drawing the text. It's not doing anything. Okay, just the text. Next is I'm going to create the two buttons, the retry button and the home button. So, and I'm going to assign them to a variable. So we use the variable b, and we are doing an array. So it will be b0 equals an instance create, and it will be all buttons. And I want to copy that, okay, and paste it here, and change this to b1. Now the position would be x plus, let's say 80, let's say minus 80, then x plus 80. Okay, now the height would be, I want it to be outside the room, so I would say just, for example, 1000. Okay, 1000. Now here we should assign the image index actually. Now to the first one, the image index is 0, so I don't really need to do anything. But here I need to assign the image index. So say image index equals to 2, and that would be the retry. As you see here, number 2 is a retry. Good. And here we are not assigning anything except, actually no, we're not assigning anything, yeah, because we don't need to assign anything. It's, if we need to assign the image index to be 0, it's already 0 once it's created, so there's nothing to add. Next, we need to change the image index of the object pause itself. So say image index equals to 3. As you see, the exit here, let's just name it Unpause. Unpause. Okay, is 3, so we change that image index to 3. Next, I said that I want to move the object pause upwards, okay, few pixels. Let's not do that right now. Let's not do that. Let's go and see what should we do with the objects to slide in. So if we come here into the create event, there's a very cool thing we can do. We'll state that if y is bigger than 960, so if it's outside the room, okay, then run this code, which would be vertical speed equals minus, let's say 5. Okay, so the vertical speed would be minus 5. Now we are placing the object at position 1000. If we have a calculator, you should choose a you should very carefully choose this number because it's very sensitive. Now we said that we are putting the object at position 910. Okay, the pause one, but our object is at position 1000, so 1000 minus 910 equals to 90. If we divide 90 by the speed of our object, it should give us a round number. If it's not a round number, then what we are doing is wrong. So if I say 4, it would give me 22.5, so I will not use number 4. Instead, if we divide this by 3, for example, it would give us 30. Now that's a round number. This is a good number. And 90 divided by 5 is 18. It's another round number. Now 18 is a very good one, so I will just use the 18. If we come here, I will just trigger an alarm, which will say alarm 0 equals 18, which we just saw. Okay, now you remember that we said we wanted to push the pause menu also. Like, let's say we'll push it, for example, 20 pixels. Okay, so 20 pixels divided by 5 will give us 4 frames. So we need to add 4 frames to the 18. So it would be 22. Okay, so what will happen, this will slide and it will be somewhere at 890 position. That's good. If we come to the alarm 0, we'll just say vertical speed equals to 0, and that's all what we need to do. And I want to add another alarm 1, and here we'll say instance destroy. That's it. That's all what we need in alarm 1. Now we're not using alarm 1 anywhere, but we will use this in a few seconds. So if you come back here, you remember that we said I want to push the object pause about 20 pixels. So we'll say vertical speed. Now this vertical speed should be different from the other one. We can put 5, but 5 is very fast. So I'm going to use, we have 20 pixels. The only number that I can use is 2, 4, and 5 to have a round number. So I'm going to use just 2, and it will be some 10 frames. So it equals -2, and alarm 0 equals to 10. So you understand why we used alarm 0 to stop the object from moving, and it will happen in 10 frames. So 10 times 2 is 20. That's great. That's actually all what we need. Now we need to check on everything right now. We need to check on everything. By the way, I wanted to change the background, so I need to load the background. Actually, I already did load the background, and the background is this. It's a very tiny 16 by 16 bright black background. You can do it in Sprite actually, or you can do it here. If we edit the background, and you can just choose a bright black color and fill the background, and that's it. And I changed the names of the background to BG1 and BG0. What I want to do here is to change the background. So say background index equals to background 1. Okay, and just so we don't forget, I'll just copy that and paste it in the unpause and set it back to our original background, which is background 0. That's good. So if we press OK and OK, and we run this to check to see if everything is working. So we have this. The object pause is placed in a very good position. If we press, something bad happens, and the bad thing that is happening is it's not finding text because we did not put that there. So here I need to change this to say pause. Okay, and I'm gonna copy that and put it here. We just forgot that. Now there's another thing I forgot to do. If we come to the object bar in the global left pressed here, I want to state that if we are pressing on any button, I don't want the player to jump or to do anything. Okay, so we'll say if not position meeting mouse X mouse Y object buttons. Now what this code will do, it will check if the mouse is on object buttons. So if it's above the object buttons, or we are pressing or anything, the player will not bounce. That's it, and that's exactly what I want. So okay, if we run this now, it should work. So here, if I press, you see the player didn't bounce, and we have a pause. It says pause, and we have the object. They slotted in, but if I press now, nothing will happen. It will just change the background, and nothing basically will happen. We want to change that. If we come to the object buttons in the release, yes, in the unpause. Now, this is what we need to pay attention to. In the unpause, we change the backgrounds. Okay. Now, what we want to do is we want to set the image index back to, say, image index equals to 1. So it would go back to be the pause. Okay. Then I'll change the vertical speed. So speed equals to 2, not minus 2, 2. So go downwards. Then alarm 0 equals to 10. That's good. Next, we are going to move the other buttons, the other two buttons. Now, I don't need to do anything. I will just go and take this and paste it here. And let's just do the 0 first. And I will say dot vertical speed equals to, I want to give a higher speed, so I would say 8, for example. Okay. Then I'll paste it again and say alarm, if I can type, alarm 1 equals to, let's say, 20 frames. Actually, we don't need 20 frames, but let's say 20 frames. Now, what alarm 1 does, it basically destroys the button. Okay, and this is exactly what we want. So I'm gonna take this and paste it here, okay, and change this to 1 and 1, and that's it. That's all what we need. Next, we changed the background, we did everything. Now we want to activate everything. Now, before activating everything, I want to destroy the object pause, which is displaying the text pause. So we say with pause instance destroy. Good. Now we will just go and activate everything. So we say instance activate all, and that's it. That's basically it. So if we click OK and run the game, have the game. If we pause, they will slide in. If we unpause, they slide out, and the player is not bouncing or doing anything. And we can retry. If I jump, for example, okay, if I'm playing, I pause, I can retry, I can unpause, and basically I should pay attention not to die. So let's just play. Okay, if I press retry, it will basically just retry the game, and we don't have a home button for now. So I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial, and I hope that you have learned something today. I'm not quite sure that you have learned something today. Please like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you didn't subscribe yet. And you guys have a great day.